Hey guys, I know you're probably like, I just saw her. Why is she on again? But I have some fire message that I need to share with you. And it is about other people's opinions and how they can hold us back. So I don't know about you, if you're a coach, if you're an entrepreneur, if you have an online business, if you need to put yourself out there a lot like I do for your business. You know, this is something that can be a real struggle. And I'm not going to lie, this is something that I can struggle with. And I just listened to a podcast that blew my mind. So again, Brooke Castillo, the life coaching school, I think it is, or the School for Life Coaches or something like that. Brooke Castillo podcast, Other People's Opinions. Oh my gosh, listen to it if this resonates with you. So she talks about how you need to come from a place where you truly believe that you cannot control other people's opinions of you. And we think that we can. We think, oh, if I just portray, myself really this certain way, or I only show these pictures, or I only talk about these things, that people will like me, or people won't not like me, or I won't offend anyone. And she talks about how Gary Vee said, so many people never do what they really want to do or what they're meant to do because they're so afraid of other people's opinions. What will my mom think? What will my dad think? What will my friends think? Will I lose all my friends? What will, the people at church think, or my pastor think, or whoever it might be for you. And oh my gosh, this was just such a great message to think about, even if you were to magically be able to always portray yourself in the best possible way, some people are going to misunderstand you. And some people are going to not like you just because of who you are, or just because of something about you, or just because, you could be the juiciest peach on the tree, and some people don't like peaches. And it is what it is. Some people just don't like peaches, and you could be just the most perfect peach that ever was. And if that person doesn't like peaches, they might be indifferent to you. They might walk by the tree and not even notice you, or they might look at you and say, ew, gross, like, peaches. That's just the reality, and that we have to really just understand that and accept that not everyone is going to like us. Our message is not going to be for everyone. Who we are is not going to be for everyone, and some people are not going to like us, and that's okay. It's not everyone can like you. That's impossible. And so, the peach doesn't look at herself and say, I better stop being a peach because some people don't like me. No, the peach doesn't care that some people like peaches and some people don't like peaches. The peach is just a peach. And so it goes for us too, that we just need to be ourselves, all of us, all of ourselves, all of what makes us us. And I know, I really felt a little bit of conviction about this when I listened to this message, or this podcast, because, I could struggle with this. I know, there's, I'm going to be real with you right now. There's, I have a lot of parts, and we all have a lot of parts. We are all made up of the sum of all of our parts. There's a part of you who loves this. There's a part of you who loves that. There's a part of you who's shy, a part of you that's confident, a part of you that's, real good girl, a part of you that's, dirty-minded, a part of you that whatever, all of your parts. There's if you can imagine a stadium or an auditorium full of all of your parts, all of the parts that make you, you. All of your emotions, all of your thoughts, all of your patterns, all of your things that, that you're really proud of, things that that you love about yourself, things that you don't love about yourself. All of those parts make you, you. And they're all, the sum of all of those parts is who you are. And so I know that I can struggle with showing some of my parts. And that is something that I want to really decide today. And I want to encourage you to decide that none of your parts are worth shaming. None of your parts are bad. None of your parts make you good and others make you bad. You're the sum of all of your parts, and all of your parts are worthy of love. None of them are worthy of shame. And, one of the things that I can struggle with is, a lot of people, especially now, a lot of people who follow me on social media, they know me, they know and they see me talking very openly about my faith in God and how God leads my life and He's the center of my life. And there's nothing more true than that. And that doesn't mean that I'm perfect. That doesn't mean that I have other parts that struggle, that are sinful, that I'm not proud of, that I know don't necessarily follow biblical principles or things that I need to work on. And, and I think that I can struggle with showing those parts because I can have the fear of, oh, God forbid someone who follows me because I'm a Christian sees this and stops following me because they're like, oh, well, I thought she was a Christian and look at her doing this or saying that. And you know what? I'm not going to be afraid of that anymore. I'm declaring today, and I want to encourage you to have the same boldness to be yourself, all of yourself. And so, yes, I'm a Christian. And yeah, sometimes I cuss and sometimes I drink and I have a past. And, I'm telling you, you do not have to dig very far to find some dirt on me, some good dirt on me. And so, but the truth is that I know that God is working in my life. I mean, He is working miraculously in my life in big ways. I feel Him every day speaking to me and working through me and working in me. And so I know that He's pleased with me. I know that He's with me. And He sees everything. He knows my heart. He knows my darkest, deepest secrets and desires. And He loves me. And He's using me and He's working with me and He loves me. He adores me. And so I'm not gonna hide those parts of me that, that are afraid of someone not thinking I'm Christian enough or, oh, why is she doing that? She says she's a Christian. I'm not going to do that. I love it. The universe pushed me to be myself last night and it felt so good. Yes, I'm right there with you. I'm going to be even more myself. And, another thing is like as a health coach, so that's like the Christian piece, the health coach piece, for forever, this is going to sound so silly, but I would be like ashamed to I haven't eaten inside a Chick-fil-A in a long time. I think my husband was gone for 6 months. We didn't eat inside Chick-fil-A one time because in my mind, I'm like, oh no, God forbid someone sees me in Chick-fil-A, like what a terrible health coach I am. And you know what? I eat Chick-fil-A sometimes. I eat pizza. I drink beer. And, and I gained probably about 10 pounds the last 3 months that my husband was gone. I was struggling. It was hard. And food was just the best solution I came up with at that time, And I'm not going to be down on myself about that. That was a tough time. It's hard not having your husband, him being away and being a single mom. And he's back and everything's back on track and I have the tools. I know how to be healthy and those pounds are coming right off. But there is shame that can be there. I know I've struggled with that, of feeling like, oh no, God forbid somebody sees me doing this or eating that or drinking that. I'm a health coach. So, I have to be this, I can't show that or this on my Instagram or whatever. Like, oh, don't take a picture of me doing this. And you know what? The truth is there's always going to be judgment. Even if we only show our best parts, some people are still not going to like us. They're still going to have their opinions because some people just don't like peaches. And if you're a peach, you could be the juiciest peach on the branch. Some people are going to say, gross, I don't like peaches. And other people are going to see you and say, oh my gosh, that's the juiciest peach I've ever seen and I just love her. And so just to be ourselves and to really get to a point where we do not care about what other people think. And it's hard, but I think that the freedom, when I even imagine absolutely 0% caring what other people think, I mean the freedom, and that is the belief that I'm going to operate from now on. or at least tried to. And it may be a continuous daily inner work that I need to do. But that's something that is really important. We cannot control other people's opinions of us. They may misunderstand us. They may, their brain is going to tell them what they want to think about us. And we could be the nicest, sweetest, most perfect, beautiful, well-spoken person. They still might not like us. So you might as well be yourself. You might as well be yourself 100% and just, exactly. I'm so glad that this is resonating with you. So that is all I wanted to say. If you want to listen to this podcast that just set my soul on fire, it's Brooke Castillo. And I want to say it's the School of Life Coaches or the Life Coaching School, but it's Brooke Castillo. There's a podcast called Other People's Opinions, I think. And amazing. And it really, really is going to make a big difference for me. And I am declaring today that you're going to see more of all of my sides and more of just the naked truth, because she talks about, if you love somebody, say you love your husband or your best friend, you just think she's the best thing in the world, right? And someone else, you introduce her to somebody else and they say, I didn't really like her. You're not saying, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't like her. No, you're just saying, whatever, I love her, right? Same thing with if somebody that you love, say your husband, you just think he's just the best thing ever, and somebody doesn't like him, says like, oh, he's dumb. You're like, you're crazy, he's awesome. We need to feel that way about ourselves. We need to be that way about ourselves. We need to love ourselves so much, all of our sides, that if someone says, I really don't like her, I think she's not enough this or she's too much that, we're like, okay, whatever. I love me. We really need to get to that point where we believe we love ourselves. We're so confident in who we are that it doesn't matter if we're the peach and there's two people sitting there. One person loves the peach and one person doesn't like peaches. Who's right? Which one is right and which one is wrong? Neither is right or wrong. Just some people like peaches, some people don't. But the peach doesn't care. So that's what I want to encourage you to do. Just be your peachiest self. It doesn't matter whether people love peaches or not. You just be your beautiful peach self. Yes, all your sides. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Is it Seely? I don't know how to pronounce your name. But thank you so much for tuning in and for your comments. I love it. Thank you so much for being with me. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.